And while Jeff Green and his crew continue to celebrate in victory lane here at Dover Downs, a guy that thought he might be there, and you heard other drivers say he had the fastest car, was Ryan Newman. But Ryan got caught up in a little something there, being aggressive at the end of the race. Tell us about it.
Well, congratulations to Jeff Green. You know, they had a pretty decent car all day, but obviously we had the fastest car. And, you know, just I feel bad for the guys on the Altel team. We got caught up there with the bad pit stop. It took longer than it should. We should have been able to take 4 tires and get out front in the lead, but it was longer than that. And that track position really cost us. The 18 car McLaughlin and Kenseth were running side by side there for so long, and I had a hole, went for it, and the hole halfway's closed up, halfway's should have been left a hole there. And I mean, it's just a racing incident there that happened. But you know, before that, Jimmy Spencer got into me, washed me up the racetrack, got pushed farther back, and you know, disappointing day for us. But we knew that we had the fastest race car. We knew we were capable of winning, and hopefully we can come back with the same situation and perform better.
So are you feeling kind of like you gave as much as you took there at the end?
No, not necessarily gave as much as we took. We raced hard. We all raced hard. It's a typical Busch race. At the end there, you get those yellow flag runs of 10, 15 laps to go, and it's just everybody goes for everything, and sometimes you run out of racetrack. Well,
and every weekend is more experience for this kid in the 02 car. He'll be back in Kansas City next week. Marty?
Well, with Chad Little, who comes home fourth today, and this team has really been good lately, Chad. 3 top 10, now 4 top 10s in the last 6 races. Good run for you guys.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, it's a good testimony to all of Base Motorsports, Tony's team as well, and Bill and Brian Baumgartner. They've given me good equipment. We've been getting it better and better, and I think we're getting some runs now that show for it. And Eddie Pardue, our crew chief's done a good job, and we're starting to click together. So it's nice to have some good runs and run up, be competitive again.
I'm sure this will help build momentum, but you mentioned a few things. But is there one specific thing maybe that's kind of turned it around for you guys?
You know, we got a good motor program that's helped a lot. Practicing pit stops, you know, good communication with Eddie Pardue. You can't just name one thing, you know, it goes on and on and on. And I want to be sure to tell everybody that we're thinking about him. I know this has been a tough 2 weeks for everyone, and it was kind of touching before the race started, so I want to make sure I mention that our prayers are with everyone.
Thanks a lot to run well in this series, and it's good to see you running good again. Alan?
All right, Marty, thanks. 3rd straight race, Kevin Harvick has finished 14th or worse, but he still gains 33 more points on Jason Keller. 6 races to go in the NASCAR Busch Series season for 2001.
Back in Dover, Delaware, as Winston Cup stars are preparing for their final practice session. And that's where we find Matt Kenseth, who just completed the Busch Series race. And for you, the way it ended up, but an exciting finish for a lot of fans. What happened between yourself and the 02 of Ryan Newman?
Well, it's really too bad. I mean, Ryan's got such fast cars. I mean, he had a car that was 3/10 faster in the whole field, and you know, he wrecked himself, he wrecked me, and he wrecked the 18 car again. That's a second week in a row. Mike McLaughlin's got wrecked off Newman running into a car, you know, that's running on inside the 18. So you can only run 2 wide through turn 2 barely, and he just tried going in there 3 wide and spun me out. So I feel bad for my guys. We had a good car, and it was foolish to tear all that stuff up at the end of the race.
Always a very cordial guy yourself. You passed by the 02 pit. What kind of wave did you give him?
I didn't give him anything. Actually, after the race, Newman came out of the pits and almost passed me, and then I was going to run down into the pits afterwards, and he rubbed up alongside my side. So, you know, I don't really know how I could have done anything wrong there, how I could have done anything different. So he just needs to look back. I mean, he just made a big mistake himself. He did the same thing in Chicago. You know, he had the fastest cars. Them guys, you know, they prepare super fast cars and awesome motors over there, and they must be a lot of fun to drive. But just because they're faster than the 2 guys in front of you, don't mean you can run over the top of them.
Now, what's your agenda for tomorrow's race? You've got your final practice session, 45 minutes. What do you hope to accomplish?
Well, we just need to get this dual car running a little bit better. We've obviously been struggling a lot this year. Dover's usually been a pretty decent track for us. We just need to try to find some speed, and we need to try to find a car that's going to be consistent and stay under us all day. Keep turning good up off them corners and without being too loose. Obviously, we got a lot of traffic in front of us, so we're just going to work on a good, solid race setup that'll hopefully work for us all day.
He made his first career Winston Cup start here, subbing for Bill Elliott, now hoping to pick up his 2nd career Winston Cup victory tomorrow afternoon, Alan.
And for the 3rd Busch Series race in a row, some controversial incident toward the end of the day has people talking after the checkered flag. You guys have opinions on this one?
Well, I mean, I know Matt's bad, and he should be, and so is Mike, but there was space down there. He didn't go on the apron to make that pass. If you look at the tape here, he was on the racetrack when he made that pass. He had a fast race car. He was running out of time. Those other 2 guys would have done the same thing. Yeah, they got on the short end of the stick, but Ryan didn't do anything wrong there. Now, BP, you're going to disagree with me.
No, I'm not. Again, There wasn't a lot of room there, but there was room there. And again, if you're going to be a quality race car driver and they open that spot for you, you got to take it. And he did.
10 laps to go. What was it? 20 laps, less than 20 laps to go in the race.
You got to go.
Time to go.
You got to go for it.
Take another quick look at it here, and no question, there's a very tempting hole there.
Well, there was a big hole there when Ryan Newman started it, and then the 17 car, Matt Kenseth, starts bringing his car down the racetrack because he knew he was too wide, and he never dreamed about anyone making it 3 wide. And that's one reason that he was bringing the car back down, because he never dreamed anyone would be down there on the bottom of it. But Ryan Newman saw that spot, and about the time he got half to 3/4 of the way in, all of a sudden here comes the 17 down.
Got to feel bad for Mike McLaughlin. He continues to find himself in the wrong place at the wrong time at the end of these races. Let's go to Marty Snyder.
And Greg Biffle finishes 5th today. Significant in the fact that that's a first top 10 in the last 4 races. I bet you're glad just to finish anywhere in the top 10.
Yeah, it's nice to finish up there with a fairly straight car. I scraped the wall, I think, about 3 laps in a row. Car was really tight today, but the guys did a great job in the pits. Had it up on the stand, and I put it in gear and knocked the wheel off, and you know, still recovered, didn't lose any spots. So it had to have been an awesome pit stop that going when I screwed it up, but just did a great job, you know, and just tried to stay out of trouble. Took 2 tires there at the end, and tried to get us track position. But top 5 is a great run for the Granger Ford, and I'd like to say hi to Mom and Dad at home. It's their anniversary today, and hi to Nicole and Foster.
And for you guys, you really struggled with the car today. Never really got it to your liking, did you?
No, we didn't, and you know, I just tried the best I could in happy hour to get it driving right, and I did some things that helped it. Just right from the green flag, must have been the Winston Cup rubber or the overnight. Just couldn't get it to turn in the center of the corner at all, and struggled with that all day. Put a rubber in the right rear, and just kind of made it turn worse in the middle and looser off. So that was a handful after that. But thought about taking it back out, but just lowered the track bar, and really it was a little bit better, but about the best it was, 2 tires on at the end.
These guys will take it, though. 5th place after 4 straight disappointing finishes.
Here are the top 10 finishers in today's MBNA.com 200. Jeff Green with his 3rd win of the year. NASCAR Winston Cup practice is next.